I mean, yeah. This is not pro story, yo. Yo. Kubonga ni biashara. Kubonga ni biashara. Kubonga ni biashara. Sauti taki ya Sara.
What's up, everybody? I'm at this job. We're cleaning up a pond towards my right hand side on this side over here. Currently I'm getting loaded with a bunch of dirt. We are actually at the Cliff Road exit ramp to I-35W South. That's where I'm at today. So that means I'm loaded already. So let's go. Taking this stuff to Lakeville, Lake Marion. It's about 7 minutes ago. I think 15 minutes drive. 7 miles away. Just got loaded. So hitting the road, I'm on my way. This is pretty much the first job that I've been working since January this year, 2025. That's during the day. About a week ago, we were working the same job, different site, but it was a night job. We started at 7 o'clock to 7 p.m. at night, 7 a.m. in the morning. So just got started right now. This is Cliff Road. There's Minnesota Highway 13, Shakopee, just south of that. No, north of that. I'm going south right now. We're going down to Lakeville, go dump this stuff and come back. The round trip's about half an hour, and it's about 15 miles round trip. I gotta go up this hill first. So today I'm driving the Sidem Alhal truck number 904. Previous videos I've been driving the dump truck. I own 2 trucks for those who don't know. I haven't really been posting this channel for a while because I've been trying to build my other channel. But it's had at least a week. I should make a video to kind of just keep this channel going. It's been neglected for the last 2 years or so. So 2025, I'm going to be making more videos. Keep the channel going. build some subscribers. So for those who don't know, I'm a trucker in Minneapolis. I don't do over the road. This is a day cab. I work in construction. Today I'm holding a side dump trailer with a Freightliner 126. You know this truck anyway. If you've watched other videos, you've pretty much seen the truck. I bought this truck about a year and a half ago. It's about a year and a half old. It's a 2019 Freightliner 126 wheelbase, DD15, DT12. With what? What else did I miss? I got the Freightliner transmission. Yeah, that's what it is. Those are all the details. Description's gonna be in the below. Everything you want to know about this truck. It's pretty new. It's like I got it in 2020 what? 23. It was a 4-year-old truck, 2019 truck, like 2020, kind of. Manufactured 2019. So the previous owner owned it for like 4 years. Yeah, so I'm going down on Highway 35. This is I think Barnesville towards Lakeville. Loaded with a bunch of dirt. You're trying to clean up a pond. That's what we're doing today. Hopefully you can hear me loud and clear. I was having issues with my microphone. I think I lost the clip, one of the clips. But I got a backup though, so that's what we're doing today. I'm gonna be heading south to exit County Road 60. Exit over there, take a left, hop onto the frontage road, go all the way to the pit. It's pretty much what we do on a daily basis. That's gonna be the scope of this channel. Every time you see me driving the truck, I'm gonna be describing what kind of job we were doing. So that's what it is. And if you need more information how to purchase a truck, how to run a business, just let me know in the comment down below. I'm going to make you a video about that. How I got started. I've been doing this for 14 years. Kind of like reintroducing myself because it's January 2025. So we're still on Q1 of this year. So if you really want to know more information about this, let me know in the comment section down below. I'm going to be posting probably a video or 2 a week because I get busy sometimes. Or even 3. We'll see how that works. Because I got another channel too that I make videos on, but I speak. I'm kind of like I speak 2 languages. I speak English and Swahili. So my other languages are I speak Swahili. It's an East African language. Swahili, pretty common spoken in East Africa. On my other channel, but over here I'm going to be speaking English. As a second language. Yeah, English is not my first language. So I'm trilingual. I can speak, I think, at least 3 languages, or 4, 2, 3.5. Just want to know a little bit of it. So that's what we do over here. So anything you want to know, just let me know. What cameras I'm using today? I got a GoPro 12 facing me. This camera right here. That over there is a DJI Action 5 Pro, and in the back we got the DJI Osmo Pocket 3 with a DJI Mini Mic 2 right here. Then my backup audio is a F2 field recorder. I think it's a Zoom F2 field recorder. That's what kind of gets all my backup sounds in case anything else fails. Because the truck is pretty loud, by the way, it's pretty loud. I can't even hear myself speak. But you know, due to the magic of the microphones, when I'm editing the video, I kind of get everything like out front. You'll probably get the sound. You're gonna hear much better on the edits. But in real life, it's pretty noisy in here. You know, the engine rumble is just too loud. You can't really get what I'm saying if I didn't use these microphones. So just in case you want to start recording in your truck. I don't usually record when I'm driving. It's easy to start before I get loaded. Then I just go all the way to the job site. Once I get there, then I'll turn the camera off. So I'm not really like distracted per se. I let the camera roll. Don't do nothing about it until I get to my stop. to ask a question for you. When did I get started in this? I started doing, I got my CDL in 2008. I drove for Swift Transportation for 2 years. I got out, started driving for somebody like a owner-operator, small business. He had a couple of trucks. I was his driver for like a year, learned how to do this thing. Then I convinced him, persuaded him to sell me the truck I was driving. So I bought the truck I was driving from him. He helped me finance it. I gave him some down payment. Then I kept paying him like the next 3-4 months. Truck was paid off. Drove that for 4 years. Then once I got that, then the truck kind of died. It was a really old truck, but I knew the truck pretty well. It was an International with a Cummins engine. I forgot the series. It's been a while. Then I got a Freightliner. I've been doing Freightliner since then. I had a Columbia for a while. Then I got a Cascadia, the first edition. This is probably the second edition Cascadia that I have right now. So this is probably one of the best trucks I've ever bought. It's got everything, all the bells and whistles, everything I need. So that's how I got started. In case you're asking, I know you're not asking, but just in case you want to know how I got started. Just to put it out there, if you're thinking about it. We work a seasonal job, so technically right now, in January, we're kind of like off season, but I'm usually available. So we work depending on the weather, but the season pretty much starts in March, runs all through November. So it's pretty much, we get some off days depending on the weather. I'd call it like maybe 8 to 9 months every year. Yeah, that's what we do. So I'm not an over-the-road guy. I'm pretty much like a day cab driver. Home every night with my kids and my family. I don't get to drive over the road ever. Though we do work at night sometimes. Like the past week, we've been doing the same job, cleaning up ponds in the night, because it was right next to the highway, and you can't really shut down the highway during the day because it's pretty much heavy traffic. Everybody's going to work and whatnot. So that's not going to happen. It's not going to fly. So the state only allows the contractor to shut down the highway at night. So I've been doing the same job, cleaning ponds right next to the highway for the past 3 weeks, I think, since the beginning of this year. So now I kind of like it today because today we get to drive during the day, which is really weird. My sleep is all over the place, but I'm happy for that I get to sleep at night when everybody else is sleeping. And hope it stays that way. I don't like night jobs. It kind of messes up with my sleep cycle. So that's what we're doing. So I'm kind of approaching the pit. There's a lake over here. It's called Lake Marion, I think. There's no name, I don't know. Been to this pit before. It's really much, I don't know if people lease this pit because previously it was owned by another company that shut down a couple of years ago. Midwest Asphalt Pit next to Lakeville. But now it's like there's a bunch of people they're probably leasing it. I don't know who owns it. Yeah, that's what we're dumping today. The lake is right here. We've still got some people fishing, ice fishing by the lake. You can see a couple of people over there, 2 cars. I don't get to do much of that. Oh yeah, it's owned by, it's called Superior Sand and Gravel Lake Marion Facility. So this guy has bought it then, or they're leasing it, Lake Marion. Company's name is Nuluk. All their pits are called Superior Sand and Gravel. So they're probably the new owners. And this is one of my colleagues. I'm working with this guy. We got like 6 trucks running. You could pretty much get any day cab tractor and have a PTO wet kit installed in it. This one came from the factory with the PTO. The guy who owned this truck was pulling an end dump. So it's pretty much easier for me to do it. I just had to change some plugs and the switches and reprogram the computer and have it working as good as like new. I don't know. It's a little bit tricky. Like you gotta have like it's got a little bit of a learning curve to it. You gotta learn how to use it right. It's not really like just flawless. You gotta do some stuff. Like I gotta stop, engage. Then that's what they did with the computer. They kind of messed up the computer because when you're pulling an end dump, you don't dump on the go. You stop, back up, stop, dump, then when you're ready to go, you just go. So the PTO was set up to not work on the go. Just sit there and wait. But with this one, I'm gonna show you in a few minutes. I'm getting there. We're dumping right here, right next to the guy with the loader. So I'm gonna make a loop, go around this pile, go up, top, come back around, and dump on my way out. Makes it a lot easier when you're dumping downhill, in case you get stuck. But the weather is good. It's pretty solid. Like we got like how many degrees right now? I don't know. It's like it's pretty good weather today compared to the last two. It's not as cold. It's still cold, but not as cold. I think it's above freezing. We can do Celsius about how many? It's probably like let me see. I gotta check that out real quick before I dump the load. Yeah, about 1 degree Celsius. Fahrenheit is about 33 degrees Fahrenheit. So slightly above zero, above freezing, basically. So it's not as cold. Still cold, but not as cold compared to last week, or like 16 below, Fahrenheit, centigrade. So I'm gonna stop right here. Okay, this is what I do. I got the power divider on, the PTO on. There's this other switch. I don't know what this is for. I don't know what it's. I have to do that. Then be on neutral, ready to engage. Then drive. It's automatic, by the way, DT12. So I'm ready to go. So I'm gonna dump on the go once I get there. I'll start from here. It's about timing. You're gonna learn how to do it right. It takes quite a learning curve. So this is it right here. I'm tipping the box. You can't see it really because my windows are dirty. But don't worry about it. I'm gonna make new videos in the future. Gotta clean out my truck first. This is like I've been working at night, all night long. Don't have time to clean it up. It's gonna get dirty anyway. So that's about it. I only stop for a minute to dump. Turn this off, PTO off, power divider off. That's it. PTO is disconnected, so I'm good to go. Rolling again. The camera says I've been recording for it's about 15 minutes, so now I'm going back. That's about it. Round trip is about half an hour. That's pretty much what we do over here. So just in case you want to know how this works, that's what you do. It takes the box about maybe a couple of seconds to tip over. I think due to the weather, this takes about, I would say, 10 seconds to go all the way. So you gotta have your timing right. I think because of the cold weather, the hydraulic system is kind of slowed down a little bit. I don't know. I don't know how that works. Can't really explain it. It just takes longer in the cold weather. So I got a Smithco trailer, dump trailer, side dump trailer. Been pretty much been doing Smithco last 12, 14 years, I think, since 2010. It's gonna be 15 years this year. Wow, that's a long time. So that's all I do, by the way. I'm a trucker. I didn't choose to be a trucker. I started off my career as a computer scientist. That probably didn't work out for me because I needed some money really bad. I got laid off. Took a leap of faith. Got my CDL on loan. I think I got $4,000 finance, $4,000. Ended up paying $6,000 because of interest. Took me a while. Then I got my license. Leap of faith. Started my own business. Pretty much didn't really know what I was doing. So I just kept doing it every day. Making mistakes and learning as I go. Seems to have pretty much worked out okay so far. So far, so good. So I got a couple of trucks. I got this truck, another truck. Usually run a driver in the summer. It's a dump truck. There's a video on it. I'm gonna link it below. But I can drive both of them. The dump truck's much easier, but because I work for this company, I've been pulling side-on for a while. I kind of like the side-on. It's more comfortable, to be honest, because the load is pretty much spread out from the front axle, the tandems, the drives, and the trailer axle. It's all air ride, but the dump truck is pretty short, so it's too bumpy sometimes when you're driving, especially in the cold weather when the roads freeze over and whatnot. But that's what it is. I like side-ons. So I'd have my driver run in the summer. In the winter, pretty much all the trucks are available. So I could work today. With the side-on. Then tomorrow I'm going to be driving my dump truck. I'm not the only one. There's a couple of us who own 2 or 3 trucks too. I'm not the only one we just kind of figure it out because side dumps tend to work less a month than dump trucks. But the dump trucks work, I would probably say like maybe between 10 to 11 months. Side dump is 8 to 9 months. Because they got this road restriction thing that it starts I think in February. It runs for like a month. And of course you have the holidays, December. So you could take out like maybe 3 months out. Or plus the days you don't get to work because of the weather. All that kind of stuff, like you factor in all that. You run about 8 to 9 months with the side dump. Dump truck is about 9 to 10 months. I would say 10 to 11 months. I don't know, it depends. I would say 9 to 10. Let's just give it 10. Minus 2 months. So if you're financing a truck, you got to figure out that you're probably going to have 12 payments in a year. Make sure you got enough money to pay to last through the 12 months. You pretty much make enough to do that. So you got to be good on your finances and how to run a business. That's probably the first thing you want to do before you get your CDL. Figure out how to do a budget, like how much money, what's your costs, the cost of operation, running a business. How much does fuel cost? How much do they pay? How much are you going to pay yourself? I always advocate for you want to keep most of the money in the business, pretty much. That's the only way out. If you don't do that, then you're probably going to end up in trouble. You're probably going to lose the truck. They're going to repo the truck at the bank and sell it for whatever. It's happened before. One of my friends got a repo truck and he made a lot of money with that truck because we got a really good deal on it. He still got the truck. I think it's 10 years old. They sold it to him for like $26,000. It's a dump truck, a whole dump truck. Imagine that. Back then, they cost like a brand new one was like maybe $150,000, and that was a 4-year-old. He got it for $26,000 from a bank. They just reported from the owner. He couldn't drive anymore. I think he got a DUI. He lost his license, and I think he missed some payments. He's gonna get that worked out. It didn't work out with the driver, so he just lost the truck. That happens. So that's pretty much what we're doing right now. I tend not to eat much when I'm driving. I just drink water, and have some protein bars during the day. I probably have my meals in the morning before I come to work, like breakfast and dinner around 6 o'clock. Because we sit a lot. I'm kind of getting old and I'm trying to make sure that my health is top notch, in good condition. Because you don't move as much when you're sitting driving the whole day. So that's it. That's one trip. I'm going to go back to the job site. Once you get there, I'm going to end the video. It's going to be a snippet of what we're doing today. Then maybe start all over for the other channel. I think so. I don't know. See how that works. So I'm going back to, this is I-35 North. I forgot to mention that. This is we're in Lakeville. Gotta go through, the next city is Barnesville, maybe? Kind of missing something over here. Minnesota, this is Minnesota, like just south of Minneapolis and Buffalo. Before the split, 35 split. That's where we are right now. So I'm on 35 North. In about half a mile, I'm gonna be going through the split. Because 35 splits into two over here. So I'm gonna go on the left lane because I'm doing Minneapolis right here. If you can see the sign. If you want to go to St. Paul, it's 35E North. Minneapolis, 35W North, right here. 2 miles, Minneapolis. So I'm gonna stay over here. Just make sure I don't go out of my way and get lost. So in 2 miles, I'm going to be on 35W North towards Minneapolis. Then exit on Cliff Road. We'll take a loop around, go under the overpass. Then on the other side, that's where we're cleaning up the pond. It's like a water reservoir. When it rains, the drain. You want to make sure that it's not clogged up, so you can hold some water. They do that periodically. I think every 3-4 years. Just some regular MnDOT maintenance thing. It's easy to do in the winter when everything is frozen up. We get lucky, we get to work in the winter. Not everybody, a lot of people do this, like they shut down in November, come back in March. So they pretty much take off December, January, February, 3 months off. So with those, they probably end up working about 7 to 8 months if you do that. But if you you're available like me in the winter, you could pretty much work like maybe 8 to 9 months or 9 to 10 months. It depends. Depends on the job. But to be on the safe side, let's just say 8 to 9 months. That should work out perfectly. So that's what it is today. So this is the split right here. Minneapolis, you keep left, stay on the left. 35W, St. Paul, 35E. I'm gonna flash my lights, let him know that I'm gonna let him go through. Be a trucker. So if you go that way, you're going to St. Paul. This is Minneapolis. If you don't live in this state, that is, I'm just gonna let you know. A little bit of geography. I've been here in Minneapolis, St. Paul area for like 18 years. So I'm pretty familiar with this place. I'm an immigrant, by the way, for those who don't know. It's been quiet for a while, but you know, I figured let me start speaking on my videos. Just a snippet, maybe an hour, half an hour, just to let you guys know what I'm doing for work on a daily basis. Maybe if you're thinking about doing this, running a side business, hopefully this is going to be a motivation for you to do that. You can learn how to do this too yourself. It's pretty rewarding. If you don't like driving over the road, if you don't like camping with you on your truck while you work, this is like a good option. You can just get a day cab, have a wet kit installed, and sign up one of these companies. We got brokers too. We use brokers, but they're pretty good. They're pretty much like family. Like the people that I work for, they're family. We've been working together for the last, since 2010? A good 14 years, a long time. You know, I got nothing bad to say about them because they're family, you know. They treat me well. I treat them well too. We kind of just, you know, we work like in. I had difficulties in the beginning because I didn't know what I was doing. That happens, you know. You got to go through a learning curve, but you kind of iron things out. And now everything's flawless. You know, I try my best. I was running late today, a little bit late today. They called me. I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm on my way. Forgot to drain my air tanks on the trailer. So when it's too cold and you have air on your trailer, it kind of freezes up the moisture, and when you're trying to release your brakes, it won't work. I got some antifreeze, I think it's like ethanol or something, I don't know, on my brake lines. It took me a while, so I was running like 20 minutes late today in the morning, but I pretty much got caught up. They called me first, which is terrible. I should have called them first before they called me. Yeah. But they got it. I explained myself. I didn't mean to. It's just my last job was a night job. So when I got to the parking lot, it was really cold in the morning, and I was too sleepy to do anything extra. You know, so I just want to go home and sleep. Skip some. Is it post trip? I figured, I'll just come back and do it another day. It's not a good idea. But sometimes, you know, like during the day, that's not being proactive. But because I do that all the time. You got to do your pre-trip and your post-trip. It's part of your license anyway. That's part of your job. Yeah. I consider myself an employee. I work for my company. So I'm an owner-operator, but I'm pretty much my company's employee too. You know, I got to act like that because I got drivers too. So my standards are the same. If I'm doing something, then my company makes me do it, then the driver's got to do that too. You got to be an example. You know, I got to lead to everybody else. So if I'm not doing it, then I got to do it either. I don't expect them to do it the way I would do it, but just kind of have, you know, be like a role model, an example to them. So we're back to Cliff Road right here. I'm going to exit, go under the overpass, 35, right here, Cliff Road. This is Barnesville, because these are a Dodge, Ram, and Chrysler dealership right here at the bottom. And we have like our Northern Tools and equipment. Turn around, go back to Cliff Road. At the stop sign, I'm gonna make a right turn, go underneath the highway, 35W north, the overpass. Then we're getting loaded by the exit ramp. Oh, is it coming over? Yeah. Come on, it's too slow. Kind of got me mixed up a little bit. Okay, there you go, right here. Back to the job site. It's about 30 minutes round trip, if I'm not wrong about this. So this is it. I'm going to end the video right here once I get there. It's a quick one. I'm just sharing this. It's an easy job to share. In the morning, I'm on my. I've done a couple of trips already. I think I'm on my what? Let me check it. We use an app for everything. I'm on my 9th trip today, so this is my 10th trip. It's pretty nice, pretty sweet, like a half an hour trip, round trip. So I'm gonna come over here, pull over right behind this guy. Hope I'm not gonna block anybody. Get my four-ways on, my strobe light, and pull out right here. That's good enough. Create enough room for everybody else to go up past me. Yeah, that works out. Yep, see, I'm back to the job site. So that's the drainage. It's like a pond. When it rains, all the water flows out of the highway, and it's kind of like a water reservoir. I don't know how that works. I'm not an engineer, but I've seen enough to know exactly what it is. I just don't have the right names for it, you know. Well, some of you guys can help me out. I'm not an engineer anyway. If you find this video interesting, that is. So this is it, back here. Am I recording everything? Yeah, sounds good. So I have a background of like videography. I've done some work a little bit, so I pretty much know what I'm doing a little bit. The camera stuff, you'll figure it out. Yeah, if you have any questions, comment down below. I would appreciate it if you subscribe too, if you want to see me again. And the questions are welcome. Like, ask me anything you want to know about the business, because I have another channel too, but I speak on one of my native languages, Swahili. That's pretty much been running for 2 years. So I'm trying to prop this up too, because I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people who want to know what kind of trucking I'm doing. I don't complain about the work, you know. Sometimes you got work, sometimes you don't have work. So worst case scenario, I'm probably gonna have to drive over the road. It hasn't happened yet, because I own 2 trucks and they're on payment. And when you work in the city, you pretty much know what kind of job are available and everything. I've been here long enough to predict the season. I'm not perfect. I'm like 90, 70, 90%, you know, because there's more projects coming up. So you kind of, you know what they're like. Last year when Biden was president, they passed a bill called Build Back Better. Remember that? So that's, they're going to be building some bridges, some roads and all that. So that's good news for people like us, construction, because you know they're probably going to need trucks once the money is out there. So what do? You line yourself up with the projects. So it's going to be a bunch of construction stuff for the next maybe 15 years. And after that, some roads are going to need construction too. So it depends where you live in the United States of America. But if you're not from America, I don't know what to tell you. That's what it is. It is what it is anyway. So thanks again for watching. I'm going to end the video over here. If you have any questions about anything I talked about today, leave a comment down below. If there's anything I can do to make the video look better, if you have any skills, let me know. Probably stick a camera back there in the future, something, to see how... My cab is not really... I have a magnet, but the cab is, I think, fiberglass. I can't stick anything back there. So just let me know. Maybe I'll stick a camera on the back window. It's too dirty right now. Yeah, let me know in the comments down below then. Subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see you in the next video. Peace. I'm out.
Sauti ya hasara, kubonga ni biashara, kubonga ni biashara. Sauti ya hasara, kubonga ni biashara. Wah.